I enjoy cutting people off when I drive. There is a thrill in knowing that somebody has to slam on their brakes to avoid hitting me. It's my regular driving routine, and I can't stop. I won't stop. What are they going to do? By the time their brains register what just happened, I'm already speeding down the road. But if I have a chance, I like to look at them in my rearview mirror and see the look of anger on their face as they curse at me. I'm sure they spend the rest of their day thinking about me. If that isn't the definition of satisfying, I don't know what is. I leave an impression on people, and whether it's bad or good, it's still an impression. One beautiful sunny day, I was driving down a 2-lane freeway when I began tailing the car in front of me because it was not driving fast enough for me. Without a glance, I swerved over to the left lane, cutting off a blue sedan. They slammed on their brakes, and I took off down the highway without a second thought. As I approached the exit to my house, I again cut off a car in the right lane to get off at my exit. But I was stopped at a red light immediately after exiting the freeway, and that is when I noticed a blue sedan got off the freeway behind me. But I didn't think twice about it once the light turned green, so I continued to my house, cutting off as many cars as I could along the way. I pulled up to the large automatic gate that met the beginning of my property line and coasted through it as it opened. I pulled around to the back of my house towards the garage and drove in to park. As I was getting out of my car, I noticed a blue sedan parked behind me, outside the garage. The two men got out of their car, so I hurriedly rushed to the door that connected to my house. But the two men were fast and managed to get through the door as well, letting it shut behind them. They began calling me every derogatory name in the book and threatened to physically hurt me. They seemed satisfied that they had me right where they wanted me. Their postures were confident, and their heads were held high. They had their fists balled up in anger, ready to swing when the time was right. But I stared at them as they yelled. One man's face was red with anger, and the other man's brows began to furrow, and a look of worry crossed his face as he realized I appeared unafraid of them and their threats. A smile began to spread across my face. The now worried one of the two nudged the other man before backing towards the door to the garage. That is when he realized the door did not have an inside handle. They were too blinded with anger to realize that they were not in a room of my house at all, but rather a private studio with no windows and no other doors. Only I knew the way out of this room, and only I was going to leave it. You see, I like cutting people off when I drive, but I especially like when they follow me home.